Hey everyone, I hope that you're doing well. I'm bored, so I'm just jumping in here just to check the energy for any given person at any given time. As we know, there's no time in the spirit and all of that. My name is Shannon. If you're new, audio discretion advised. If you have little ones around, my channel's real intense. I look at all kinds of stuff, and it's real intense on this channel about what I look at. So if you do have little ones around, then I just like to tell you that just in advance. So anyway, welcome in. Let's get started. We have the coffee and the music is out here. Something about morning time and something about music is here as well, or somebody musical in the morning time, or having coffee and listening to music in the morning, whatever that is. The most I brought out earlier when I did a reading here that joy was going to come in the morning, so I hope so. The iron is also here. If somebody's going to iron out some things, then they're going to iron out some things. Music is just about listening. Somebody could, if it's not just music, it's just about listening to something in the morning time, ironing things out. Also, the clothesline is here. Now, there was bunch of clothes that just jumped out in this deck before I got started. The dress came out, the clothesline came out, the swimsuit came out, and this iron came out. So something about somebody's clothing is here, and maybe just somebody musical. I don't know. There's something being ironed out. You're also dealing with some people that are seared in some stuff. Some of y'all could be dealing with somebody who works for a cleaning company as well in some matter. I don't know. We'll let this unfold. Somebody just waking up to something as well out here. If it's not the morning time, just having a wake-up call is also here. We have a judge coming out here. All right, well, I had the DA just a minute ago. But there's the lawgiver also coming out here. Okay, well, and Yehuda goes back to praise, okay? And me is also the lawgiver. And those of you who don't understand that, I guess you don't understand that. Proverbs 3:1-2 says, "My son, forget not my law, but let thy heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee." Thank you. It's our life to keep the commandments. He's been bringing it out over and over and over again. Over and over again. A mystery has been here. So this would be like the death card. It's the letter Mem. And somebody's been wondering who, what, when, where, how, why. Something about water, or the word liquid is here. Coffee is also liquid. Something about liquid just in general is also here. The sea, the rain, the flood. It also goes back to chaos and a massive fear. Something mighty, because it goes back to the sea as well. So that's death matters there when the death card comes out. All right, let's get into the tarot and see what the Most High wants to bring out here. Let me use this deck. Something legal going on. Something is going to get ironed out here. Or it better. It's a long time coming. Dealing with people that are seared in their heart. They don't care. The Most I brought out twice dead. Some people signed their soul away to the music and movie industry as well. And some of those people are seared because they've stolen stuff. They didn't keep the commandments. They stole, thou shalt not steal, other people's projects. Something's gonna, some big dirty laundry is going to be known about out here as well. Maybe even on the news in the morning time. Something like that could also be read that way as well. What do you want to bring out here, Yehovah Elohim? The Ace of Wands. This is about, so this is the torch in the runes. It represents justice assured. We have law out here. We have a judge. We have a lawyer out here. There's going to be justice for this, folks. That's about inspiration. Something sexual has also been out here as well. The 9 of Wands, that's 10 Wands, that's oppression. That's also somebody got a mental disease. And we know that because most I kept bringing it out. The 10 of Pentacles, large sums of money. And the 2 of Swords. The 2 of Swords is also a mental conflict. We have a couple people out here. And this card in this deck talks about restoring peace. Well, somebody needs to restore it, folks. Somebody does. Somebody's had to push through this nonsense with people. There is some type of a testimony, or some of y'all got court in the morning. Sorry, I'm hearing kids out there. You know, this is a hotel. I don't know what the deal is with people. They don't even give a rip that people are paying for a room. And earlier on my video, just side note, some woman was just going off and just acting a nutbag outside. This craziness to me. People are just nuts to me anymore. But anyway, I guess if they can speak their mind, I'm going to speak my mind. Okay? There is a good solid message here about something. It could be secretly being exchanged here. There are 2 people here as well trying to figure something out, or they're seared, or they're double-minded, or they're something is out here with that. This is a message though, and that's 11 Pentacles. There's a lot of money attached to some stuff than there is. Show me this message, please. Show me this message. The Empress and the Queen of Swords. Both these cards go back to the law as well. I had a courthouse worker also come out today as well. You could be dealing with something with your mother, or an ex, or a pregnancy situation. This is somebody known in the public eye. And the Queen of Swords also goes back to a professional. We have a professional in music, then we do. Something's out here. Or somebody's kid is. Real sharp energy with the Queen of Swords coming out. There's another page at the bottom of the deck. Why is this music card here? Why is that music card there, Yehovah? What are you saying about that? So the Wheel, the 10 of Wands, and the 5 of Wands is coming out here. All this is fire and passion. Somebody could travel and sing as well. If there's a music group out here, then there is. The 5 of Wands, conflict. Okay? It also shows, like, you know, somebody being in a bar, or excuse me, behind bars. So somebody can go to jail, they need to go to jail. The 10 of Wands is also showing that sexual attack that came out today in wording, and this deck is showing it. Okay, the word Viagra and everything else is ridiculous. You talk about somebody being seared. Somebody was plotting some nonsense out here. The Wheel is a consequence. There was a consequence out here. Just somebody musical, just in general, doing some crap out here. I guess they are. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. That's what came out on the music. Show me the Iron. Authority and oppression has been out here with all of that. There's a victory somewhere because the wheel's turning on some timing out here on something going on. Because the timing is also showing up with the coffee. That's a specific, you know, most of the time people drink coffee all day long, but specifically it's saying something about the morning. And the most I brought out that scripture about in the morning. Authority goes to this. Authority is here. Authority is here. Show me the Iron, Yehovah. The Knight of Pentacles. You could also be, you know, this is about somebody could dress really well out here, have their clothes go to somebody who I don't remember what it's called. My brain right now is just really, I'm just really, I don't know. Somebody could, like the dry cleaner or something like that. Somebody could dry, since the Empress is out here. Something, the the Knight of Pentacles is here. This is about being loyal to something. But somebody's been in a war and their commitment is out here. And there's been oppression and some type of conflict. The Five of Wands goes back to somebody's jealous, or there's somebody that is in competition to something. I don't know what the freakazoids think that they're in competition about. It's craziness. Show me more information on that iron. Somebody lost their soul over some type of competition, or lost their mind out of maybe selling their soul as well for the music industry, whatever that is. Show me this Knight, please, on that iron. Something's hot out here. There's a lot of fire here as well. Show me the iron, Jehovah. What are you saying about that? The World card. You talk about something hot. The World card is also an all-consuming fire. And we have the Torch here. The Nine of Wands here. The Five of Wands. The Ten of Wands. That's fire there. Something about a fire is here. The Four of Swords. Something about a death. A fire and a death. Or a death of somebody's ideas here. Somebody's seared somewhere over some type of a loyalty situation that went down. There's fraud out here on a fire situation as well. Arsony is also out here. Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. What's hidden here, Jehovah? The Sun and the Hangman and the King of Cups. This is also government. This is also prison. This is also somebody, a love situation is out here more than anything, because that's also love and romance. If somebody also sees something from a different point of view than they do. But again, this goes back to arts and music and stuff like that as well. And the Sun is like front stage stuff. A manipulator is out here in the negative of his energy. It all wants to jump out over here on this Empress in what's hidden. Something's over here. Something's being forced, because the most I brought that out today, somebody's hand was being forced. Somebody also act like they are something they're not as well. Okay, so the Death card is here and here. Somebody got a blemish on them. They're seared. I know that because two Mims together go back to a blemish. They got a blemish on them. There's also fear out here on somebody as well. The little spy. There's people out here. And the Star. Somebody is in stardom out here. Okay, well, whatever all this is coming out for, it's going to be justice to something. Because we have fear and chaos also written here on that card, which is the same card here. And this combination goes to fear. Somebody's afraid, I guess they're afraid. We fear no evil. We will fear no evil. I won't fear no one. When you and I stand in the right, the freakazoids are gonna pay for what they've done. Somebody very famous and very well known is out here, coming out here. Well, the Star's right here. The Star is right here. And let me just say something. I could give a rip who you are, what you are at all. If you ain't in the upright and you don't give a rip about keeping the Most High's commandments, you're really just a piece of dung hole in the earth realm. You're big, magnificent. And, oh wow, look at you. It's nothing to me. I'm not impressed by it. if you're very well known and you're upright and you're humble there, and you're going to do something about somebody stole my music and other people's projects and books and paintings and stuff like that as well, then may God bless you for doing the right freaking thing. Otherwise, go to hell, because you're already seared. Some of us have been having to sit here and people in high authority watching some bull crap go on with some people, and I'll judge you. Because that's my role in the earth, to judge this nonsense. All right. So anyway, death is out here, and death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. And I say everything stolen from me is coming back. There's embezzlement that's been out here. Well, there's lots of it. Large sums of money, secret money here, fraud issues here, fortune here. Rich and generous stuff here, but there's been embezzlement around some stuff, okay? This, please show me that you care. Well, we can't, because we did something to you, and for 5 years we're going to segregate you, and you're going to just sit in a room for 2 months. Nobody's going to talk to you ever, and when you try to call, we told them to hang up on you, or we're going to kill them if they talk to you, because we took your music, and we're using your projects on YouTube, and we got to have you produce and produce and produce and produce for us, but you nobody cares for you, because we told everybody you were dead, you're really alive, when people think that you're me and all this nonsense. See how crazy they are? See how crazy they are? Something around some stupid love situation is here. Something about somebody lifts their back up real high like they are something, and again, pride. Somebody's prideful out here. Somebody says, I can't wait to hold you in my arms. Okay, well, somebody can get some justice for some stuff. By God. A stranger energy is out here. We have formed people, formed places out here around something. Something connected with the bar. This word bar, though, in the Hebraic language, folks, if you look it up, it's right there in that portion of scripture that I read yesterday on the Instagram reading. Let me just go ahead and read it to you, folks, real quick. Let me just read what Most High says that you do to his people. Is you touch the people that belong to the Most High God, that want the truth in the earth. You people are in big freaking trouble. Okay? So if you're brand new, I have a right to sit here with a righteous anger and point my finger at wickedness and call it for what it is. Okay? I'm going to read this portion here as well. It says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing, and the kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel against Jehovah and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. Those cords, if you go look that up, talks about, prison and stuff like that for the heathen. They're for correction. It'll take you back in that portion of scripture that talks about those cords on people of the Most High that are anointed and are set here and placed in this realm to bring the true law in the earth, to get people under control and not to be crazy. Okay, and not to go hurt people, kill people, steal from people, and break every commandment of the eternal law. Okay? Those cords. But you also got people on the opposite side of that negative side with cords of deceit. We cut those cords off. Okay? So the kings and the rulers and the counselors, they want to come together and counsel to come together against Jehovah and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sits in heaven shall laugh. And Jehovah does laugh at his enemies every day. And he snorts down their face because they're his enemies. Okay? Then shall he speak. It says, he that sits in the heavens shall laugh. Jehovah shall have them in derision. It's going to give him a whirlwind because you're touching his people. You have no right to touch us. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion, and I will declare the decree that Jehovah hath said unto me, which was Yehuda here. Okay, Jacob is the son, first of all. Jacob is. And one of the tribes is that the kingship comes out of, is Yehuda, which is the lawgiver. It shall never leave the lawgiver here. Okay? All right. And we have the king on the inside of us, like the book of Isaiah tells us. We don't Jacob have a king on the inside? Yes, that's why we can rule and reign. That's why we put judgments in the earth. That's why there is no transgression in our mouth, because we speak only by the word of the Most High, no more, no less. And he says that the Most High says that thou art my son. This day I have begotten thee. And the Most High tells us in the book of Isaiah, he carried us in his womb, and he did. And I know for a fact I was carried in the womb of the Most High God. It says, and he's talking to his people, ask of me and I shall give you the nations. We have the word goy out here, which is the heathen, which is the Gentiles. That word is out here. Okay, and the Most High says, ask of me, and I will give the nations for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Okay, so we just take it. Okay, everything's stolen from us. The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just, people. So you better pick up. You want to come on the side of the Most High, folks. You want to get in his house. He'll adopt you. It says that thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Okay, the lawgiver is out here, and he does have an iron here, a rod of iron. It says thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. So listen, you people, you rulers that think that you're trying to do whatever you think you're trying to do with my life. Okay, because you got hell to pay if you don't make it right with me. It says, be wise now, therefore, O you kings. Be instructed, you judges. What? We have a judge right here. It says, serve Jehovah with fear. We have fear all over the place. It's just been pointed out. Shatalabahaya. And rejoice with trembling. It says, kiss the Son. And so this is the reason why I brought this out here. First of all, we have kiss me forever coming out here. We have this word bar, and there is some stuff going to the bar, that the lawyers also go to the bar as well, that they that's a legal term for the bar. But this word bar is also a word used here for the Son. The first Son that we find up here, that the Most High said that he decreed that he made us his son and he begotten us, that Son is the B'nai. But if you look at this Son down here, and he says, you kiss my son, lest he be angry with you. That word there is bar. It has a meaning of, it goes to an heir to the kingdom. Okay? It's an heir to the throne is what it actually means, that word bar there. And it is spelled B-A-R in the Hebraic language. All right, honey? All right. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry with ye, and you perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little, just a little. Must I get up now, because he's been saying so. His arm is here. All this bull crap that you people are doing to the people of the Most High God that belong to him in the earth realm. He begot us. Blessed are all they that put their trust in Jehovah. And I want to read something over here to you folks. Because it says in Exodus. Give me just a second, please. When Moshe is going before Pharaoh, the one who gave all the stupidness on the people of the Most High when they were in Egypt, Jehovah said unto Moses, when thou goest to return into Egypt, see thou that you do the wonders in front of Pharaoh, which I have put in your hand. He says, but I'm going to harden his heart, that he won't let you go. The Most High let him know that I'm hardening his heart. Okay, he did it to break Pharaoh down, and his little kingdom got destroyed in the end of it. But he says, he told him to tell Pharaoh, thus saith Jehovah, Yisrael, which is Jacob, is my son, even my firstborn. Okay, now let's go here real quick. and see what he says that you should do even further with his son. Praise his people, O you nations. Rejoice, O heavens, with him, and let all the angels of El worship him. Rejoice, O nations, with his people, and let all the children of Elohim rely upon him, for he avenges the blood of his children, and will judge and execute vengeance on his enemies to those who hate him. He will render a retribution, and Jehovah will purify the land of his people. You better make it right with me and other people, folks. Whatever this is, if you don't kiss the Son, the people of the Most High God that's in the earth realm, that are supposed to be humble, we are to be humble. Okay? And we don't have a problem sticking our finger in the midst of this nonsense and saying what it is, because the Most High put us here to do that. Don't care if you like it or not. No one's above the law. He ain't talking about your law. He's talking about his law. And I'm telling you, if this don't get worked out, you're under a big time freaking judgment. But I'm sure God's going to harden your little heart there, Pharaoh. Nebuchadnezzar's. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. You do whatever you feel like you got to do, man. But the Most High is going to force you in the end of it. And you're going to stay in your little kingdoms there, you kings of the earth. And you ticking the Most High God off by just being crazy, just with people in general. Sin is a reproach to any people. And you people are seared up in here. May the death come upon you. Because some people are twice dead. You guys want these twice dead freaks in the earth realm? You go ahead. It's going to destroy you, your family, your children, your nieces, your nephews. Your little kingdoms are going to be destroyed in the end of it all if you don't fix this thing real quick. That's all I got to say.